And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Prescott looks to throw on first. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Here's Elliott. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. Now the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Bridgewater. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Jalen Smith leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
Delta.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to air one out. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 33.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, read the football, and go make a play. In this case, the free safety made the best play, an interception.
And now here come the Cowboys. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Alert, alert. Here we go. Wide eight. Hey, alert 48. Hey, we don't like the 48 right now. Let's go.
First down, Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Wide eight.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And this is caught at the 8. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. This is 1st and goal from about the 8.
Here we go. Wide eight.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Go Delta.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. This is intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 46. They start on the ground with Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Second down, Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Get wide now. Go Delta.
54's much.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Off to Geis on the screen. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Set. 20.
From the gun, Bridgewater. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right? Whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. On first down, this is Geis. And down inside the 15 he goes. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. From the red zone now, Bridgewater. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Flush to his right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you.
47.
Prescott now on 2nd down. Left side here to Sanders. Quick slant there, gets him the first down, 6 yards on the play. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
There we go. Wide angle.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sanders. Now the ball comes loose, and the Redskins scoop it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And hopefully for both sides, not a sign of things to come, Charles. This morning, it was so perfect outside, but we knew this weather was coming, and we see the effects of it here early on.
And I wonder if how perfect it was this morning has psychologically fooled everyone. You know, it's almost like even though we were told the weather was coming, and you know the teams knew it as well, that maybe they got fooled and thought, it's going to be okay. And now they're probably a little upset that it's out there.
Because warm-ups were dropped. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Taco Charlton in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Go Delta. Ready.
Right there.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Like 54. Like 54. Go, boys. I'm scared.
Third and long for Bridgewater. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside.
What are you doing?
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They take over 1st and 10 up near midfield. So the missed 56-yarder, and now the flip side. Good starting kicks near midfield. They'll start the drive with Elliott. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On second down, Elliott. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Prescott from the gun. Dancing to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Allen, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go. 180. 26. 26.
Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt. Certainly not what he wanted. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer
get
this
a little
time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Second down, Bridgewater. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off near the 34. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 47. 47.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
26.
Throwing, Prescott, and incomplete there. A nice hit, jars the ball free, and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle.
26.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have.
26.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
To throw is Prescott. Forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down. Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it.
Hey, we're going to kill.
They'll run it with Elliott, and he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down.
Run! Run! Woo! I know you feel that.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Here we go, 46.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go, going to 54, wide in. Here we go, 47. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Here's Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And Sturgis able to knock it through. And that will make our score 9-0. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here.
Go Delta. Go Delta.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. But the Redskins look to... get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football.
Let's go!
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
20.
Now it's the backup Newton. He's going to let this one go deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Anthony Brown right there to knock it away.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Here we go, fellas.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Here we go, set. 180.
Formation, bus formation. Come on, boys, come on.
Express.
Mike's 5-4.
20.
Mike's 5-4.
Great, great, great.
Out of the gun, Newton. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Returnable now for Allen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A terrific return there, 27 yards all told. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Here we go. 180. 26.
Prescott on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch 85, ball going.
It's coming now. 26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the End zone for a touchback. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And an alley to run. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. Hey, 4 down.
Gun.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Gun. That's it. 180.
From the gun on 3rd down, Newton finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's rock now.
Now Newton on 1st down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 14 yards that time for number 14. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Ready. 180.
Newton on 1st down. Flush to his right. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Frank Clark in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Let's rock now. Gun.
Right there.
20.
Watch the screen. Pass.
8.
Hey, watch that.
Great.
Mike, 54.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Fighting through pressure. And now he'll tuck it and run. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Please contact your closest gadget service ambassador, usher, or security person.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55.
There we go.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott trying to lay one up deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Here's Bridgewater. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Go Delta. Go Delta.
Bridgewater now. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there. Here's Allen. Fighting his way through contact. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10.
Here you go.
A give to Elliott. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
47. Gun. Here we go. 180. Sweat and 8.
2nd down, Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 17. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense figured out something in the locker room. That's 2 third-quarter picks now.
And you just wonder, did he get too comfortable in the locker room himself? His team has the lead. Take care of the football. He's putting him in jeopardy right now.
Go Delta.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tucker. Charlton, and it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Available at any guest services location.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
Watch one.
From the gun, Bridgewater being chased out left. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. He misses yet again, and the struggles here, they look pretty uncharacteristic for him.
You're certainly right about that. Mechanics are the key right now. Feet, arm, not in sync at all. He ends up throwing that one past his receiver that's open.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
We got set. Winnie. Go Delta. Here we go. 5 down, 5 down. Go ready.
I got him.
Go Delta.
Bridgewater steps away to his left. Now he's going to... Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out.
Go Delta.
1st down, Bridgewater. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater.
We are seeing 2 really confident defenses imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
If there's any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels.
And that is incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Sam Martin now, as he's on to punt for Washington. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. This is taken at the 15. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. And out now come the Cowboys. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, Is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
In on the stop, the safety, Troy Apke.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Prescott now on second down. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go deep left sideline. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield, but that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll come on to kick this one away. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Redskins with the football, but trailing here as we get down to the good stuff. Quarter number 4.
Delta.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. To throw is Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
There's nothing like pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Big yardage that time for the Redskins. 63 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Redskin touchdown. Keith Marshall, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving. Santos
out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
The give is to Elliott. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
26, 26.
A second down throw for Prescott. And that's Elliott, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Prescott now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10.
47.
48 Mike. 48 Mike. Watch the pass. Alert flare. Alert flare. Flare.
Swing. Swing to the field. Right. To the right. 26.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. Another 13 yards there twice in a row, and they're on the move. Another first down as well.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football.
Here we go. 1-8.
Mike 48. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
Here we go. Going to 54. 1-8. Here we go. 46. 26.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Well, he's got to have that wrong, doesn't he? They declined that.
There's no doubt about it. Sorry to step on you there, partner, but let's go ahead and run this one together, right? Incomplete pass, yet they call pass interference, and somehow you're going to decline that penalty?
I'm so confused. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
26. 26.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Hey, check 24. Watch
do you think? What 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 do you think?
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So here now, big spot for the kicker. It's Caleb Sturgis. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And Sturgis able to knock it through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Here's Prescott. Flushed out right. Oh, no, he lost the football. Into the Redskins have it, they do.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
They'll run with Marshall. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. Because I remember playing in these spots, and my coaches always say, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Check. Here we go, check it, look.
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Four down, check.
20.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. He'll have a 1st down and more past the 20. And they will finally get him down to the 27-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
That gets them the 1st down, but they've still got to move quickly here.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Go Delta.
Back to throw. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to let it fly. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and 19.
Go Delta. Ready. Go Delta.
What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Go Delta.
He's back to throw. And Marshall's got it. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third.
Delta. Delta.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up. Loose football into the Redskins. How did they do?
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Hey, 4 down.
Here we go. Wide 80. Let's go. Let's finish now. Let's go. Let's finish now. 86.
This is Elliott. And he's going to take it down to about the 35 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.